What's going on, beautiful beings and creatures out here in existence? All right, come and drop a little science for the day. This is going to be for your mental. This is not for the physical. It's not for the flesh. The information we're going to hear today is going to be for the mental, for the spiritual. All right, for your energy, your frequency, and your vibrationing. All right. Understanding the power of the 3, 6, and the 9. Manifesting the power of the 3, 6, and the 9.
A barricade in the light, feeling so right. A barricade in the light, feeling so right. A barricade in the light, yeah. A barricade in the light, feeling so right. Yeah, a barricade in the light, feeling so right. Everything's all tight, loving the sights. A barricade in the light, feeling so right. Everything's all tight, loving the sights. A barricade in the light, feeling so right. Yeah, let's go, yeah. A barricade in the light, feeling so right. Everything's all tight. Yeah, let's go, yeah. A barricade in the light, feeling so right. Everything's all tight.
Make sure y'all share this information, y'all. We're going to light it up a little bit. We're going to get that mind sparked up. You know what I'm talking about? Keeping everything lovely. This is the type of existence you want to be in. You always want to be manifesting in a state of tranquility, bliss, peace, and love. Are we clear on that? Tranquility, peace, bliss, and love. I hope your life is tight and right.
Power off.
Let me make a few adjustments here. I'm hearing myself in the background. All right, there we go. Well, at least I know I got audio. So how's everyone? Huh? Yes, sir. Y'all know what it is. It's welcome, well wishes, oh well, whatsoever. All right. Make sure y'all share this video so that you can make like Jesus and save somebody's life. That's important. I'm in the saving life business too. Real talk. The only thing is, whereas you work in the micro, I work in the macro, which will be your spiritual, your spiritual aspect of yourself. This is where I work at. This is the field in which I am most vibrant in. That's why I deal with psychology, astrology, philosophy, numerology, and all types of theologies. That's important. I need to know the way you think. I need to understand your theory. You know what I'm talking about? So I want to see if we can get some beings to come on and get live. So check it out, y'all. Listen. If you want, you can go ahead and drop that 3, 6, or 9, and it's show that you manifested the power of the 3, 6, and the 9. Or you could drop a 1 if you're just dropping by and you're not really totally cosmically and physically or and literally in control of yourself in your life. All right. If you're not resonating with this information, then you can drop a 1, and maybe you just learned it. All right. Maybe you just want to come around, and that's perfectly fine. This is what life is all about. Continuously growing, manifesting, creating, and recreating. One thing about human beings, what they do, they fail to realize that life is a continuum. You see, there's no set end of all and be all of where you're to be and what you're doing in life. Not in the physical and not in the spiritual. Definitely not in the spiritual. So yeah, I want some of you beings to come on and get on the set. I'll set the tune to something
Power on.
until we can get some more
Bluetooth pairing.
people that's aware that we're going to.
Bluetooth
Okay, we got one
connected.
person live, right?
Bluetooth pairing.
People that's aware that we're going to. Okay, I got to take this off of here. All right. Whoever's live, you know we definitely welcome you. I'm sending you great tides and high tides, best wishes. All right. Whoever it is, you can go ahead, like I said, put a 3, 6, or a 9 in the chat if you live and you divine, then that way I can go ahead off the level of the frequency that I'm working with here. So this is important. In the same way in life, you got to reside around in the physical world. Sometimes only, well, some people, well, it depends. So know your like your barcode. Some people, they need to be around like-minded individuals at a 24 period time span of the day, 18 hours or so. And that's not healthy. Because what happens is we start to absorb more of that what we was around in the day if you wasn't aware that you was actually emanating and creating yourself in and of everything. And so if it goes on the contrary, then what happens, the self gets depleted, then your energy grid gets low, and pretty much you develop what all the symptoms of a human develops in being mentally ill, which is anxiety, frustration. First, it starts off with boredom. We're going to want to be very attentive to what we deem as being bored. When that type of, because remember, it's a feeling. Words have power. So when that word bored ever crosses your mind, and it shouldn't, but in the event that it does, this is a clear indication, like a red sign that goes up, a red signal, where you have to caution and show more particular interest to that of thyself. Okay, so we're gonna start to read. I guess this is all we're gonna get. That one person that popped in and popped out, which is all good. Remember, this is just for me first. Then come you. I'm going to go ahead and hit the heart button like I'm supposed to do, right? And same thing with you. You can go ahead and hit that heart button and or share this video. And you can do it better, more so if you can, if you do it by word of mouth, because it's helping the algorithm of the universe. Okay? Not in the algorithm of the artificial things that are supposed to be intelligence, but the initial uh, place of algorithmation. Okay, so I got a book that I want to read out of before me. It's titled Pocket Positives. I hope some of this information in here is positive and informal, and most important, help you be the greater person in which your state of greatness that you find yourself dwelling in now. All right. So it starts off as we have a choice about how we react to each new situation that arises. I'm going to be in this book for a minute. So what we're going to do is just go in it, dissect it, digest it, and then we're going to manifest it as what it means to us and add it to the box of tool, okay, that you have that's making you so great. Of course, I've read this book before, right? So the beautiful thing of it is that we're doing this together. See? And because we're going to do this together, I don't read books. I just don't do reading. I like to read a sentence, pound on it, think about it, look at the different ways in which it can be expressed and carried out. Because remember, you've come so far now, you can actually do this because you know different languages, you know different civilizations, ideology. Okay, you know, you may know something a little bit about etymology. So that in itself alone can, you know, allow you to be able to do your due diligent research and investigation into just one sentence that's written by each and every individual. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I want to encourage that you do so when you're doing any reading, okay, of any book. Just like you do if I was in front of you or in your office. You know how you reading me? Same thing. Okay. So with hope, so again, we have a choice about how we react to each new situation that arises. We don't need to go in deep into that. That's pretty much self-explanatory. You know, don't get yourself in nothing that you don't feel comfortable of being in. That's basically the law. That don't mean that, oh, you can't do something because of other consequences, repercussions that come from, or should I say, consequences, repercussions that come on me from someone else. No, that's something already been considered. If I wind up in the penal system because of a reaction that someone else feels those shouldn't be made, then I'm supposed to sit well with it. You the one supposed to lose sleep at night. You see, because no matter where I am, there. No matter where I am, there. Where you are, there I am. You see, still what? Maintain and reside inside this shell, this meat suit. Don't get the two worlds confused. So we make the right choice, and we make sometimes what some people may deem as a wrong choice. It's got to be solely, totally up to you. So, with hope or despair, with courage or fear, with enthusiasm or indifference. Now, more than ever before, it is great comfort to read the words of encouragement. I'm sorry, read the words of courage. I'm sorry, damn, courageous men and women. Man, I'm looking at something else and thinking about it too. I humbly apologize. But this is the reason of this stream. We're going to get in and read some. These are proverbs, what we call or affirmations, okay, in which you would hear from your heroes, okay, and people who have made a difference in the society. These are the words we're going to go over. I will tell you who quoted it, okay, who quoted the information that I'm going to share. Such people as Nelson Mandela, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, okay, Aung San Suu Kyi, and John F. Kennedy, and more, okay. So, as uh, British mathematician Jacob Bronowski points out, all right, human beings have always feared for the future, and yet the emotional commitment of working together as one has made the essence of men. And when I'm saying human beings, I'm making mention of all upright, erected creatures on two legs. Okay? Let's be clear on this. I'm not going to get into differentiating civilizations and denominations and things as such. All because what's happened here is what I'm pointing out. This illness and sickness that I'm curing and healing has affected the psyche, the spiritual. So none of you niggas ain't excluded. Nobody escaped, not even me. Okay? I'm just here cleaning myself up today. And I'm better than doing it than you. That's all. Facts. Nobody sitting around pointing out how they're changing their humanism into that of a deity or cosmic enlightenment. No. Everybody want to remain human or at best regress. I'm not regressing. I'm progressing. So same dog that bit Nelson Mandela bit Becky down the road, the cat up in the tree, and me too. Okay? So human beings have always feared the future, and yet the emotional commitment of working together as one has made the ascent of man. Poets, novelists, religious leaders, and philosophers have all had their say in this collection of quotations, which are as different and varied as their authors, but all have one thing in common. You see? So whether you're non-ether being, you're alien, you're gray, okay, you're Palladian or whatever, black man, white man, we've all been hit with the disease, the cold, the flu, the Ebola, the corona, all everything. See, you didn't know as below, so is it above. So before you got hit with it literally and physically, people, you was already mentally, spiritually hit with it. Else it would have never happened. Facts. You would have never been a witness in the physical world, that which is tangible, matter, right? If you didn't never accept it in your spirit or mind. So what happened? The matter became over the mind instead of mind over matter. Are we clear? Watch the watch the talk. Watch the trickery around you. Watch how the games. Listen how the game is being played. Don't watch. Listen too. You got to watch and listen. Be observant. These are some of the key things that I learned when I was in the Nation of Islam. How to be observant, even in the drilling. We had to turn your head first before you gave any face. It wasn't like the United States military or any military where they give you an order to bow face and the whole body just completely turn. No. Left face, the whole body just turned left. No. In the Nation of Islam, they teach that you left, you signal, just like if you was in a car. You don't just drive up to the corner and just bang your left. You should be signaling. Then bang! You know what I mean? So let's get into some of these ideas of these great people that I have before me because I don't want to make it long. All I want you to do is just take heart from the reading, the collective wisdom of these wonderful minds, okay? We're going to start off with G.K. Chesterton. And y'all can write this down. Individual that was born between the year 1874 and 1936. All right? I'm sorry, G.K. I'm all different here. Chesterton. That's Chesterton. All right? Individual from that in between the times. When you don't know where he at now, he's probably reincarnated back here setting up some more great work for you. Okay, so that when you get done with this meat suit and you decide that you might want to come back here, you got a little something nice that's been put to the side. This is how you gotta look at life, big. Real talk. Don't be just setting up life in the physical world. Set life up in the spiritual world too. I'm telling you, it's much better. Trust me. Because think about it. If you get the spiritual aspect exact, tact, and crap, okay? What happens in the physical world when you have these incarnations, it'll be into something that of such frequency of that of what you have here in your spiritual. See, because you got to understand the power of the 369 and how you manifesting everything first from a thought, right? So G.K. Chesterton states that hope is the power of being cheerful in circumstances that we know to be desperate. We should never let our fears hold us back from pursuing hopes. That's John F. Kennedy. Okay. The hope in the world is still in dedicated minorities. The trailblazers in human, academic, scientific, and religious freedom have always been in the minority. Martin Luther King, 1929, 1968, which was American civil rights leader and a minister. Samuel Taylor Coleridge, 1772 to 1834, an English poet, states that do not fear to hope. Each time we smell the autumn's dying scent, we know that prime rose time will come again. And that's a fact. Take a habit of going out into nature and being observant of even what's left of we have to be any authenticity or artificial. Still, love it. The sun, the trees, okay? It is not that there's nothing organic, original, or authentic. You got to understand something. Truth is only based on what people agreed upon. So in 1832, if you thought an orange was real,
+1 to
what if I told you that no, that ain't even the same chemical makeup of the soil that it was, let's say 500 years ago, let alone 78 trillion years ago? Because I have you know, there's information that's been documented here on Earth that is at least 78 trillion years. A lot of people don't know that. I know. You see? So natural, original is only authentic and official to the point in time in which the civilization has been created in. Before that, you didn't know nothing of no different type of mineral and organic and splicing of elements and things of that nature. You said that at one time the planet, or excuse me, should I say, I'm sorry, it is taught that the planet at one time was all tropical and it was called Ki or Tiamat. So you mean to tell me that's the same tree out back of my house? That's the same tree that was when the planet was Tiamat? So what's coming in today is being eased in, because when you and I are gone 100 years from now, they're not going to know nothing of today. You're not going to be able to tell your great, 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 great grandchildren that that's not a natural. What do you mean? Let's say you incarnated literally like this into the year 30. I'm going to give Augustus the benefit of the doubt. The year 24. I mean, 3024. It's 2024 now, right? 3024. You're going to be able to tell you one of your seeds, because you're going to keep laying your ley line out. That's what happens. Once you drop a seed, whether it's spiritually or mentally, you continue on forever. It continues. So, and then you come back and you have your incarnation into this world. This is what you plug into. You see? So this is why it's important to respect the people, because you never know who you akin to, of, and from. So listen, we got to understand how this process is working. We developing. I missed my theory or point of what I was getting at. It'll come back to me. So let's continue reading some of these people's ideas here and expound on them and see what relevancy that it has to it, and how, if it makes any sense, and if it don't, how do we apply and make it applicable to today? We want to get some energy out here to Big Dog Philly OG. Yup, going to hit that cash app up in the spiritual realm. I hope everything's wonderful and fine and going exactly the way that you want it. If not, it's going to have to back up. That's all. Get out your way, big dog. Retelling it. First, who I said say this? I heard somebody say this the other day. I was watching a podcast. You know how your mom or your dad used to look at you, give you that eye first before they come fuck you up? You know what I mean? That's what we do in the world. We let that energy around us. You know, we let that energy around us, that aura, let that vibrate. Why? You know, don't go on no pink cloud, put yourself on a pedestal, but we mean what we mean and saying what we say and doing what we're doing in existence. And it's a continuous practice, you know? So you get that vibration that and it back up. And then after that, you'll feel that feeling inside of comfortness again and some peace. And then we continue on doing what we're doing that make us happy in existence. Big Dog Philly says that is all good, family. Hopefully everything is good with you and that family, of course, bro. I appreciate your well wishes and your energy. Keep up the great work that you're doing on your podcast and broadcasting, and it's look forward. It's just to get better, better and better from here on into eternity, big dog. Okay, so I know I'm looking for podcasting. You know, we're gonna get each other on these different platforms or on our platforms or room or what have you. All right, so we're just going to be continuous being an influence on raising the frequency and the energy and the vibration here on this plane. Yes, sir. Got to hit that sit. Got to hit that tune. Hit that tuning bowl, because that's once that's vibrating, right? That's in. That's signal. There's nothing can stop that right there once we did that. That bell is signified throughout a lot of concepts and cultures of existence. This is why the Russians took all the bells from around the cities. See, bells were used. Look it up. Tuning bowls. I look. Got a whole book on how these people, they know the science of you go lay down and look. They do shit like this. All different parts of the chakra in the body. But you can do this to yourself when you get masterful. We only, but we ain't gonna get all into that now. But for real though, with them bells, it was actually I seen on where like out of the towers right around in Philadelphia. I used to ring those bells in these some of these churches in Catholic school because I come by that way. Okay, that was part of the beginning of the process of my journey on Earth, and I see the day that they're not even up in there no more, man. And then I found out that the Russians brought them all up to use it for whatever they were creating and making, because the bells are made out of same thing, brass. You know what I'm talking about? So that's very useful, and at the same time, it wouldn't disrupt the frequencies that's now coming from what you know as 5G. Imagine me know this science, right? And still up there ringing the bell on Sunday in this day and time. You know what I used to do when at 27th and July? At that bell? On Saturdays, they would come down to because they knew my grandmother was in the church. They would come to the neighborhood and tell her he got to stop ringing that goddamn bell so loud on Sunday. And you're right, because I was doing it intentionally. Everybody get up. Let's get this spiritual thing. See, I thought at that time that was the right way to go, and we supposed to be getting spiritualized, and until after Sunday, you go right back to doing the wrong things until like no. So I know the power and the science of ringing that bell. So that's why I do that, people. Anybody want to know? Plus, I'm Philadelphian, and we already got the cracked bell, huh? Pay attention. So moving on, y'all. Samuel Taylor. We read what he said. How about William Shakespeare? Did you know there's a statue of William Shakespeare? Probably all over, but in Philadelphia, at a prominent location and place that's very powerful. And 19th and Vine, in case anybody want to know. And we know how influential they want to put Shakespeare as being in our minds. I'm not saying Shakespeare quoted all that. I think Shakespeare learned everything he said from somebody from other books and things. Just like a lot of these things going on, just like the rappers, Biggie, Pitt, all them, they just got old rap song and they just changed the beat up. I know y'all seen that. I didn't know that. It blew my mind. But it again, I had to think, oh, it ain't nothing. Oh, that's right. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Yeah, we just keep doing this. You the ancestors. We keep giving all praise and glory and offerings and altars to the ancestors. That's me. That's your homie. That's your cousin. That's the blue boo-boo down the block that got shot. It's a game. It's like putting your trash out every Monday. You put the same goddamn blue can out with the same goddamn Pepsi and Corona bottles in it. Yes, you do. I watch. So I say, yo, this is syncretism to how we having it here. And only thing is, when people come to Earth, depending on the vibration and frequency they're in, that's going to dictate the geographical location which you're going to inhabit. See, because you could very well be born to a woman that's over there in the Amazon jungle somewhere that wakes up and go out and pick cherries and water flowers and come back and watch birds fly north and fucking wait for her husband to come back and tell her stories and shit. And maybe take a little cruise on the water made out of wood and rope. That sounds beautiful, don't it? You didn't work, you ain't pay no bills, you ain't stressing. But I'm born in Kensington to a woman who had to give herself up for her habit, and 9 months going to drop me off around the corner at the trash dumpster. Lucky here come you found me. What dictates this? You know what they say on the news after every bad incident? Oh, this could happen to me. You better watch what you say, because it very well can happen to you if you don't get your spirituality right and in order. Facts. You ain't gonna do nothing but come back here again and learn ABC 1, 2, 3 all over. I know you hated that. A B C D E F G A. All right, class. I was watching a video one day on Facebook, and I think it was TikTok, because it was real fast. It was the beginning of the school year. Class predominantly black, with a few exception of Latinos in it. Teachers are black female. The parents were there, so obviously this must have been kindergarten. The video starts off the teacher writing on the board. She turns around and says, "Good morning, class." Little kid, young male says, "Shut the fuck up." The whole everybody, oh. She says, oh, I forgot what the heck he said. She responds to him as polite as she should. He said, "No, bitch." They said, "Oh, you got to go." The parent came and grabbed him, lifted him up, and got him out of there. Okay, it was funny, right? Or some of you, it may have been sad, discussing, and fucking like mind blowing. Like, what is the? I'm telling you what the world is coming to. Remember, they're in kindergarten. These are new creatures onto the plane. Here it is again. I said it was the beginning of the school year. Here it is again. You want to start this nonsense all over again, y'all? That baby says, "Shut the fuck up. Good morning." Don't be good morning to me. I'm not having no type of morning. Even if it was. It can't be good. What are you insinuating? Talk to me. Beginning of the year in kindergarten, you starting off with that nonsense. I was surprised the parent didn't say nothing. She turned around talking about, good morning, class. Yo, you starting this? Oh my goodness. You could that's turned around and get the vibrations and frequency off, starting off with, oh, what a wonderful people I have in front of me. This is going to be a great day. I bet that little boy wouldn't have said that then. I guarantee you that. I wish I would have had the video. I would have shared that. That was crazy. See, because I understand the psych. I understand spirituality. Well, you know, the pastors, they want the people to read Psalms and Proverbs. That's just to keep you from reading energy.
+1 267 791 88.
Facts. The only reason why, you see how deep this is? Yeah, you see how deep and sick the psychosis get? Let's move on. There is one thing which gives radiance to everything. It is the idea of something around the corner. You like that? Why you like that? Because number one, we talking about radiancy. Ain't nothing can radiate if you ain't dealing with no energy. Huh? So since we're going to be radiating, you're going to need what? You or in this case will be the mind, the idea, because the idea comes from a thought. You see? Or should we say, an idea is a thought. Let's be clear. Let me do something while I'm talking. Talking. Everybody all right? Yeah, man. No. I'm giving you ample enough time to ponder on things. I don't want to keep moving. I don't want to keep reading on. And we not clear what we read. That's what you did in school. You know, I used to think that people really didn't understand what was going on in them schools and that they were only getting grades because the teacher was showing favoritism to them because their character was an appliance. That's what I literally used to think. I didn't believe that y'all was really getting A+s off of the the test and the now that here's the thing, we find out that this is the case, then I'm wondering like, wow, how deep does the psychosis go? Is it dependent on the diplomacy and the degree in which the individual has? True hope is swift and flies with
+1
swallows.
610 477 25.
Let's cut this interruption off.
Power off.
True hope is swift and flies with swallows' wings. Kings makes gods and meaner creatures kings. That was William Shakespeare. There's one thing which gives radiance to everything. It is the idea of something around the corner. Moving on. Some things we expound on, some things we're not. A lot of this stuff is self-explanatory. Again, though, what is self-explanatory, you can always take and increase. Okay? You can always take it and enhance it. All right? I want to acknowledge a couple more cosmic deities that show themselves through. All right? I'm not familiar with this individual. Lord Diane. All right? Writes, in me I trust, and Big Dog, please. Peace, much love, and respect always. That's what's up. All right. So, and have a great day. Yeah. All right, Laura. Much respect. Okay, I got a wrench on you too. Okay, cool. You must have been through before. That's great. I don't remember the name. Humbly apologize. Definitely. So, yeah, we're gonna send that cash app out there too. Let's see if we can get this whole energy out. See, remember, it's power in the name. So what that mean when there's power in the name? That's energy, frequency, and vibrationing, right? Lori Diana. All right, that's what I have here, and I see a little astrophy over the E, so it's probably like a more of a smooth sound to it. All right, yeah, Teresa Moyakayotizin. All right, I like that. One day we'll get to really know and who that, but not totally what the individual is, or, but definitely the aspect of the signal, the signal in which they are representing themselves to us as. Because remember, people, your name is power. Your name has, that means if it's power, it has a signal. That's why every time people say it, they're invoking your power. For instance, I'm Nathaniel, which means the gift of God. So every time people say Nathaniel, that automatically in so many ways, but one beautiful way will have me responding as whatever we're going to deal with when you call me, it's going to be peaceful and godly because I'm going to act in that manner, gift of God. That's why you can't cut the person's name short. See, they like to do that. The low vibrant beings, when I say they. Okay? They'll call me, I tell you my name, Nathaniel. They'll say, oh, can I call you Nate? What the crap? Did I ask you? Do I have a sign on say short my name? Or yeah, you asked me, can you call me something else? Like, how about you ask me, can I call you Nate? And I'm in response, turn around and say, well, can I call you Bill? And your name ain't even William. I just want to. We on a job site. The supervisor brings me on the set. Notice didn't bring you. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. You already there. You the good house nigga. You the good find a job nigga. Need to work for somebody. I'm suffering and in need some, and I'm trying to find my way, journeyman. And so I'm end up at the plant. Okay, let's say like seasons, 4 seasons, and all y'all do there is deal with seasoning. He said, "Hey, Greg, come on over here." And you Greg, you come on over, taking off a little bit of your equipment and all that shit. Supervisor said, "Greg, this is Nathaniel. Nathaniel, this is Greg. I want you to take him on over there, show him what to do." "Yes, sir." And we go ahead over and start marching on over. Now, supervisor gone. They just told you my name was Nathaniel. We get over there. This nigga talking about, what you say your name was? Matter of fact, I didn't say it. It was the board told you that, but we don't, let's get the job started. So for that sake, you just go ahead and say, Nathaniel. He said, "Oh, can I call you Nate?" You see how now my job going to go for the rest of the time I'm there? Whatever point in time I decide that I'm going to be there, you already see what type of frequency. And this is why you got to be careful of watching and controlling yourself when around low vibrant beings, because this is what they want to do. They call it bringing you down off your high horse. You know what I'm talking about? Crazy. There are no hopeless situations. None. There are only men and women, okay, who have grown hopeless about them. That's American playwright Claire Booth Luce, 1903, 1987. Hold your head high, stick your chest out. You can make it. It gets dark sometimes, but morning comes. Keep hope alive. Jesse Jackson. You should have known that. As soon as I seen that keep hope alive, I knew who that was. However, I never knew Jesse Epps quoted such an idea. I like that. About holding your head high, right? Sticking your chest out. Because these are metaphors too. You don't literally have to walk around like that. And know that you're going to make it. Remember that song? We going to make it. We going to make it. Huh? It gets dark sometimes. But remember, this is what Earth is about. You see? You just forgot. You knew the assignment that you was to take on before you even came here. But because you fell off the wall and had your great fall, and no king's horseman, no king's men could ever put you back together again, you was deaf, dumb, and blind until now, the time of the awakening. You see? So when it get dark, go ahead and dwell with the darkness. Be with the darkness. Accept the darkness. Make the darkness your friend, much as you making light your friend. And you'll see how it goes from that point on. Don't be scared. All right? Go ahead, open that door and walk through in the dark. Cut and shut the door. Talking about, nah, can we leave the door open? No, you gotta close that door. Because there's some skeletons inside of that closet that you put in there. And you got to clothe them and come acquainted with them again. And have your dialogue and conversating and begin your healing. Developing some a friendship, you know? You ain't necessarily got to run out and tell everybody about what's going on in your life either, or in your mind. I don't subscribe to that. Some people, yeah. Some people need to do that, especially those who go to Narcotics Anonymous and all these type of rooms. Al-Anon. A person will come all the way from their home just so they can sit around other people that's being affected by something else and talk about how they not coping with it. So you never know what level of an individual that's on when it comes to needing some help. They may not need help financially at all. But when it comes to being mentally stable and having a tranquil state of existence, they may not be as well off as you. You see? So Jesse said, keep hope alive. until you can make it manifest. All right? So we're going to close now. I'm going to get up out of here. That's going to be enough for today. I want to wish you all a great life. May it be prosperous and peaceful. All right? I'm going. Class dismissed.
Savagely attack this, blast with accurate aim, spark the flame, burn this and pop a vein. Ride tracks like a soul train, hold your brain in the state of shock, make them drop, it's a gold game. I bang with the big boys, those who hold names. Amateurs get hung with their own gold chains. I swing blades, let's bring grenades again. A true master, way beyond your freshman attempts. Spit rounds on the floor, evidence of the war. It's on till the death till we settle the score. You can never measure to the standard of the most popular demanding. Black classic, pop corks while it's down, knock your socks off. Ghetto summer jam, got the street rock off. Pops and knock me off, stop short. All with my thoughts, move the world with an unknown force.
We have the bass pound speakers, shell tone, the gears, original rap with new school leaders. Graffiti art names, back go change, shock the world cause it's hip hop remains. Yo, I drop fools like hell, rap rock the third rail. Transmit that style for sign language as well. In hop, we with Donald Trump rap loop. Produce what you feel with Navy SEAL Mike Troop, Sergeant SP, Slaughter P. Rocket Gibraltar. Miraculous lyrics that tread water. A rap nigga show respect, right now to connect, collaborate, break bread with corrupt deck. Keep my beat blessed, fresh with the Scotty Pippen. In the game of life, I play all positions. Stop, look, and listen. Go to pack up, yes, a true master. Produce rhyme, singing hit faster. The master of the game, solo artist by name. Take the masterpiece that lies inside the frame.